Do you also find it hard to get things done? Do you promise yourself every morning, "Today, I'll finally start"? And before you know it, the day just slips away. You're not alone. Let me introduce you to Arjun. Arjun had dreams. Big ones. He wasn't lazy, at least, that's what he told himself. He had ideas scribbled in notebooks, scripts saved in dozens of Final Draft V2 folders, and creative visions that made him feel alive, in theory. But every day started the same. The alarm buzzed at 6 a.m. and was snoozed by 6:01. "I'll start today," he'd whisper into his pillow. "Just 5 more minutes." But 5 minutes turned into 5 hours. Breakfast blurred into lunch and social media swallowed his afternoon. And by evening, the guilt began to bubble in his chest, not the productive kind of guilt that pushes you into action. This was the heavy kind, the shameful kind. The kind that makes you feel like you're failing at life, in silence. He told himself he was waiting for the right time. He believed he wasn't ready. He feared he might mess it up. But deep down, Arjun knew the truth. He wasn't waiting for the right time. He was waiting for the fear to disappear. And fear doesn't vanish. It waits with you. It grows with your silence. One afternoon, as he sat staring at his laptop screen, yet again missing a submission deadline for a short film contest, he was drowning in his guilt. Just then his phone rang. It was Nina. They'd studied together in film school. Back then, she'd been as inconsistent as he was. But now, she was building her second documentary series and mentoring other creators. Talking to him, Nina felt something is wrong, so she invited him out for coffee. When they met, she looked calm, clear, and focused. Arjun shuffled into the cafe, hoodie slightly torn, a lie already forming on his tongue. "I was about to finish my script for that contest. Just didn't get around to polishing it."
You know, I used to be stuck too. I'd watch TED Talks and productivity hacks and motivational videos. But nothing changed until I stopped waiting to feel ready.
She looked him dead in the eye and said,
"You don't need more time. You need more honesty. You're not avoiding the work. You're avoiding the fear that it won't be perfect."
He had no comeback. Because it was true. That night, Arjun stood in front of the mirror. He looked around at the room that had become a graveyard of his ideas, unused camera gear, unopened notebooks, and untouched vision board gathering dust. He stared at himself. This wasn't a man without ideas. This was a man paralyzed by the weight of what-ifs.
What if I'm not good enough? What if nobody watches? What if I fail?
But as he stood there, something shifted. He realized he was already failing. Not because he tried and flopped, but because he never tried at all. The next morning, Arjun didn't clean his room. He didn't make a vision board. He didn't wait for the caffeine to kick in or the perfect lighting for inspiration. He just sat down and opened a blank document. The words didn't flow in immediately. His inner critic shouted, but he kept on typing. He filmed with whatever resources he had, edited it on free software, and finally uploaded it with shaking hands. No fireworks, no overnight fame, but someone commented. This was raw and real. Made me want to start my own project. Thank you. And that was enough. Because now, Arjun was no longer a dreamer waiting to start. Instead, he was a creator who had begun. You don't beat procrastination with a perfect morning routine or a new planner. You beat it by starting before you feel ready. By acting while you're still afraid. By choosing progress over perfection. Arjun didn't need a new strategy. He needed a moment of truth. And so do you. If Arjun's journey resonated with you, imagine who else it might inspire. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel, Elevating echo.